It looks as though Arya's daredevil training has finally paid off. I've heard a lot of complaints about how unlikely it is that Arya would have survived the stomach wounds and still been able to run from the waif and still be able to fight her in the dark. That does seem a little far-fetched, and the fact that the waif seemed to want to kill Arya for no reason also strained credulity. The fact that the waif looked like Robert Patrick when she was chasing Arya around Braavos was also kinda silly. So, is Clegane Bowl cancelled? I suspect there will still be some kind of confrontation between the Mountain and the Hound, but I guess there won't be a trial by combat. In retrospect, I should have been able to predict that the High Sparrow would not have been so stupid as to allow that to proceed. He's way more clever than that. I figured that if the Mountain lost the trial by combat, Cersei would go unhinged and do something drastic. Now that the Mountain will not be given the opportunity to win, it looks like she's about to go completely off the rails. Some really bad shit is about to go down in King's Landing. And how many Faith Militant is the Mountain going to kill before they are able to overpower him to get to Cersei? Jaime's success at River Run was quite clever. He found a way to have his cake and eat it too. He needed to take the castle, but he also felt compelled to give Brienne what she wanted as well, and he didn't want to fight Brienne. He managed to convince Edmure to surrender the castle, circumventing the Blackfish. It was lucky for Jaime that the forces of River Run were silly enough to take orders from a leader who was clearly under duress. I'm sorry that the Blackfish died, though. He manages to escape in the books. What seemed implied but not entirely clear in this episode is whether the Tully army will be permitted to go safely north to help Sansa take back Winterfell. All you saw was Brienne and Pod rowing down the river. Where's the army? Meereen has finally caught up at the end of A Dance with Dragons with the slavers attacking. In the preview chapter of Winds of Winter that is at the end of A Dance with Dragons, Barristan Selmy is still alive and has to defend Meereen pretty much on his own. It doesn't end with Daenerys flying back with Drogon, though. What's Daenerys going to do at this point? Is she going to burn all of these slavers' ships? She needs ships, and the Yunkai and Astapori have all these ships that she could use. If she just sets fire to them all and regains control of Meereen, she'll just be right back where she started. She'll continue to be stuck having to deal with boring political problems. If Varys stayed in town, he could take care of some of that stuff, but he's leaving to do some sneaky Varys-y shit. If you've read the books, you know where he's going and what he's going to do, but they haven't explicitly said what he's going to do in the show.